In the locker room at the East Bank Club, I heard that the war with Iran is over. Later, when I asked people about it, they said they didn't even know we were at war with Iran. They say it took 2 years for news about the end of slavery to reach Black people. Loading files into my Google Docs program recently, I have equal confidence that they'll ever reach my clients in time. We're always looking for something and waiting for something else. Sometimes I wonder why I don't just get up from my desk and go to the pool instead. In the documentary Grey Gardens, Edie Beale describes herself as a staunch character. Similar to the rugged individual, it's an antiquated term, meaning self reliance and independence. How can others benefit from you if you're taking care of yourself? You don't need to worry about the news reaching you. Charity starts at home. You don't need to stay there. Welcome. Welcome to Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. At Coffee Hour, we talk about everything and nothing. Recently, we talked about words that migrate meaning, doing the dishes, using adjectives, torrential rain, and never saying you're sorry. The readings at Washington National Cathedral were from Exodus. God makes an example of us to others. And from Romans, nobody wants to die for a bad person, but for a good person, maybe. The gospel reading was from Matthew. When you're at your wits' end, it's time to call the master of the harvest. The sermon at Washington National Cathedral was by Reverend Thomas Bowen. He preached about Juneteenth, the 2 years it took the news of freedom to reach the slaves. There seems to be a steady stream of bad news 24/7, but good news is kind of suppressed. Mr. Bowen said words can make all the difference in a life, in a diagnosis, a verdict, or in a proclamation. We want the news right now, for good or bad. In many ways, we're already free, but we live like we don't know it. We're waiting for freedom, and it's already here. An announcement makes it all real. In the Bible, we hear the voice of God, but we wonder where it is today. God doesn't live in the past or in the future, he lives right now. Before the Constitution, there was the Declaration of Independence. And in the Bible, everyone was free before original sin. But you can't reconcile slavery with God. It's not a moral issue, constitutional issue, or a social justice issue. It's a God issue. Christ makes the announcement and the proclamation. We don't have to wait forever. We can live freedom now. The sermon at St. James Cathedral was by Lisa Hackney James. Lisa preached about erectile dysfunction. In the story of Sarah and Abraham trying to conceive late in life, we fixate on the barrenness of Sarah and ignore the evidence that suggests Abraham suffered from erectile dysfunction. In life, we often feel harassed and helpless, but we must have faith that the Lord of the harvest will send the help we need. We are the good news because we are called to do God's work in the world. We're not here to conform the gospel to the world through a Pew Research report or article in the New York Times. We're called to be the gospel in the world for others. Lisa said, whenever you see a mountain or a tree or even a lake or stream in the Bible, it means God is probably nearby. We should let out a belly laugh and not apologize for doing so whenever we encounter God. God shows up in amazing ways. God's name is Yahweh, not No Way. The church informs the world, and that narrative plays out in unexpected ways. Freedom for the slaves, equal rights for women, and inclusiveness for diverse people. We don't give credence to God showing up in the world. It's not human activity that makes it happen, because there is no way we can imagine it. That's all the evidence we need. People in this country elected Donald Trump to blow up the deep state. He was doing a pretty good job blowing up Iran, and now he's making peace. While no one is looking, we wonder if maybe he's made peace with the deep state as a necessary evil. Maybe none of us have a tattoo, but we have a stigmata all the same. The stigmata of pain in our lives that we'd like to get rid of, and also great joy and beauty. We can make peace with both of those and find balance in our lives, gravitating toward those we can commiserate with and those we can share happiness and joy. Lose yourself in the weeding of the garden while you experience the flowers at the same time. We can do both. Don't let yourself be discouraged or controlled. We're not serving the world, we're serving God in the world. We don't take a pledge to the state, we take a pledge to each other. We can only be charged with heresy and treason by a corrupt church and a corrupt state. They may have their day, but God always wins. If you would like to join us at coffee hour, I will include my email in the description of this video. Be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.